by 7. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
I agree, and great offense, too. A lot of three-point shots right from the beginning. This team seems to have the touch tonight.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. West is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Bellinelli in at the 3 spot.
Marco Bellinelli with a career season playing for the Spurs in 2013-14. His best ever three-point percentage. In fact, he led the league in that category for the first half of the season.
Spurs trail by 6. Here's Soto, and he lays it straight in. Z's got 5 now.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And for Bellinelli, you couldn't have asked for a better situation than the Spurs offensively.
Yeah, and they put their shooters in a great position to succeed, Kevin. A really good passing offense with a clear system, clear-cut system. Marco wasn't asked to create his shot as much, and that benefits him and his team.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, you have to admire Dion Waiters' confidence as he feels he's going to be the next great shooting guard, not shy to proclaim himself as the next in line. Waiters saying, I really believe that I'll eventually be the best shooting guard in the NBA. This year I'm going to show a lot of people who doubted me and still doubt me. I'm going to show them. Can't wait to watch, guys.
Well, Doris, confidence so key in this league. Thanks. Waiters passes to Augustine, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Soto. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Z's got 9 points. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Augustine dishes to Collison. Collison with the screen for Durant. There's the pass to Augustine. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Augustine's got the lead up to 7 now for the Thunder.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
Well, he won that battle, and in general, they're winning most of the battles tonight.
Well, those are some very easy points if Didn't get them.
Well, and like Clark said, they have been getting them, not necessarily all on putback dunks, but a lot of second chance opportunities.
Now here's Waiters. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. They get it back. The shot's good from Cantor.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first-round matchup only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Duncan, he's checked in for West. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. Leonard, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Parker subbed in for Daniel Green. And here now the Thunder, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. After the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And, you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterward. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level when Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. Soda. Offline with his 3. The Thunder leading by 6. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Great D that time from Leonard.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Parker with it. Guarded now by Durant. Here's Soto. Works a big height bounce and goes in. Z's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season. But when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Leonard. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball on the open floor.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Z, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. There's the bucket. Good.
And Duncan last season averaging close to a double-double in less than 30 minutes a game, as dominant on the glass as ever, Tim Duncan.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. That's going to send Manu Ginobili to the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And you take a look at Tim Duncan's rebounding, Steve, moving into the top 5 in career double-doubles.
Yeah, he just passed Karl Malone and the great Bill Russell, so Duncan just continues this late career renaissance. His play has just been spectacular in the last few years.
Now here's Ginobili. 7 points in the game. Duncan with it. The rebound by Ibaka. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. A different look now for San Antonio. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Leonard. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 12-3 run right now. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
The Spurs shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Oklahoma City's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Second free throw, no good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And the basket by Diop.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
Here's Westbrook. Second quarter ends in a tight one. It's the Spurs as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-4 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Scott Brooks. And, Coach, how would you assess how this first half has played out?
Well, we're doing a great job of
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Talk about a terrific game for Zeke. He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
First team foul.
Here's Westbrook. No good on the quick 3.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
And he gets it to go. Here's Roberson. Adams outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Ibaka. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player, but of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
The shot's good from Westbrook. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, a player that every team in the NBA covets, stretch 4 with 3-point range, who also blocks shots, and he can. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is